Okay, welcome everyone. I'm gonna call this to order at 4:41 p.m. And then we'll start with the territorial acknowledgement. For new counselors, all the agenda I'll be referring today should have been sent out to you. So what I'll be doing should be in your emails. So yeah, we'll start with a quick territorial acknowledgement, and then we'll move on to roll call attendance. I respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is situated on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Catsi nations. Unceded means these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we're currently situated on occupied territories. Once again, welcome everyone. We will start with a roll call attendance. For those that are new, we usually just do your name, position, access needs, and then for me, I like to do a fun question just to get to know people. So at the end of your intro, maybe just tell us, I don't know, what you like to do during your free time. I'll start with BNSS, Behavioral Neuroscience Student Society. Feel free to unmute yourself. You could also put it in the chat.
I believe she might have sent regrets.
Okay, cool. Moving on to biomed.
I'm sorry, did you call for the Archaeology Student Society?
It currently says vacant, but if you're present, you could go ahead and do yours.
I am present, thanks.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Oh, I put it in the chat, sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. Pronouns is she, her. All access needs are met. What do you like to do in your free time, Mina?
I don't have free time. I'm planning a wedding, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Amazing. Great. Again, biomed again.
I'm Marniaz. My pronouns are she, her, and all my access needs are met. In my free time, I like to read and hike.
Ooh, okay. Nice to meet you. Business admin.
Hi everyone, my name is Mehesidu. I use she, her pronouns. All my access needs have been met, and in my free time, I'm actually also planning a wedding, an Indian wedding. So
Oh my God.
it's a big thing. Yeah.
Yes, I know those are usually a couple of days, I believe. Well, looks like there's a lot of plannings of weddings. That is exciting. Chemistry. Do we have chemistry in the room? Maybe not.
I don't believe chemistry is here today.
Okay. Cognitive science is vacant. Collective arts vacant. Computer science.
I just like to say that I'm a counselor for cognitive science, so it should not be vacant at the moment.
Okay, we'll do a job to fix that, but please go ahead.
Okay, sure. So hi everyone, my name is Bhuban. I'm the cognitive science counselor. Pronouns she, her, all my accessibility needs are met. And in my free time, I like having brunch with my girlfriends.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna read everything just in case we might have missed some. So it's collective of arts and culture students present. If not, I'll move on to CSSS. And it's in the chat. It says, "Hey everyone, my name is Michael Baker, counselor of the Computer Science Student Society, pronouns EM, and my access is met. He's currently in lecture, so he cannot speak. Something I do in my free time is biking, listening to music, and naturally a lot of coding because I'm in CS. Great. I can't relate, but that's amazing. Next, Krim. Currently says vacant, so I don't know if Krim is present. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Henry, pronouns he, him. I'm the criminology counselor, and all my accents are just fine. My free time, I just roll the sub.
Great. Dance. I don't assume dance is present. It says vacant on my screen, so I'll move on to data science.
My name is Pranay Ratan. My pronouns are he, him. My accessibility needs are met. And in my free time, I like to longboard because it's the summer, so why not?
Awesome. Great. Earth sciences. Earth sciences. Eden? No, no Eden. Oh, Eden's in the chat. She said, "Hey y'all, my name's Eden. EM is all accesses are met. Just need to have captions on. Currently deployed outside of Canada." Okay, great. Economics. Econ. I believe it's Eduardo. Okay, I don't see econ. Move on to education.
Hi everyone, my name is Shivali. My pronouns are she, her. All my access needs are met for today, and something I like to do in my free time is play video games and read books.
That's amazing. Great. Nice to meet you. Engineering says vacant on my screen, but if you're present, you could go on.
Yeah, I'm the engineering counselor. Hi, my name's Adam Ma. My pronouns are he, him. All my access needs are met today, and I like to spend my free time playing badminton with friends.
Lit. Thank you. English.
Hi everyone, my name is Fatima Tuzara. My pronouns are she, her. All of my access needs are met, and in my free time, I also enjoy reading.
We have a lot of readers. Thank you, Fatima. Environmental science. Environmental science. Oh, in the chat. Hey y'all, Grayson Bark here. EM pronouns, all accesses are met. I enjoy spending my free time in nature. That's amazing. Thank you. Faculty of Applied Science says vacant on my screen. But if you're present, feel free to go. Faculty of Communication, also vacant. Film Student Union is vacant. Fine Arts is also vacant. I'll move on to GSW Studies.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasleen and my pronouns are she and her, and all my access needs are met, and something I like doing in my free time is gardening and reading.
Okay, amazing. We have a lot of readers. Thank you. Geo. Oh, to the chat, geography here, EM is, all accesses are met. He's also planning a wedding between himself and the waterman butterfly projection. If I'm not bicycling, or if I'm not, I'm bicycling or Minecrafting. Sure. Thank you. I'm not sure I fully understand that one, but I hope everyone else did. But thank you. Moving on. Global Asia Studies says vacant on my screen, but if you're present, feel free to go ahead. If not, I'll move on to health science.
Hi everyone, my name's Sharon. Nice to meet you all. What was it? Oh yeah, my pronouns are he, him. My accessibility needs are all met, and what do I do on my free time? I play loads of video games, movies, loads of music, just like the basic stuff, I guess. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. S3 says vacant on my screen. Humanities also says vacant, but if you're present, you could go. If not, I'll move on to Indigenous Studies. Evan says EM is, needs are met, likes going to the beach or camping. Gonna log off at around 5:30 for an appointment. Thank you, Evan. Moving on. Uh, interactive arts, it says vacant, so I'll move on to ISSA.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Yago, and my pronouns are he, him. All my accessibility needs are met, and I believe that's something that I really like doing. My free time is like mountain biking. I'll go with that. So, yeah, nice to meet you all.
Awesome, thank you. Great to have you. Labor studies. Labor studies. Oh, I believe you might have some regrets. Moving on, linguistics. Linguistics. Okay. I'll move on from mathematics to SASU is vacant. If any of you guys are present, you can feel free to go, but if not, I'm going to move on to software systems.
Hey everyone, I'm Fabian. My pronouns are he, him, and my accessibility needs are met. And on my free time, I like to listen to music and learning new stuff, tech related.
Awesome, thank you. I'll move on to constituency groups. All of them are currently says vacant. I don't think that's quite accurate, but I'll do SOCA.
Hey everyone, my name is Emmanuel. All access needs are met. My pronouns are he, him. And on my free time, I like to just play video games and chill with my friends.
Thank you. I'm gonna circle back to the top. A bunch of them says vacant, but my screen shows there's a lot more people present. So if you haven't gone or I didn't call you, please feel free to go, please.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Aiden. I'm the mechatronics counselor. All my access needs are met, and on my free time, I enjoy attending SFSS meetings.
Awesome, thank you. Anyone
Hi.
else didn't get called?
Hi, I'm Tegan. It says vacant. I'm not really sure. There might be a couple things that need to be submitted. So I'm not sure if I'm here as a counselor or as an observer. No one's emailed me, but yeah. She, they as pronouns, and I like to sing and play music in my spare time. My choir's on a break over the summer, but yeah. Anyway, if staff or someone could please give me some clarity on that, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm sure staff will be reaching out to everyone that's present today, and for some reason it says vacant. I see Sus is also present. Catherine, would you like to go, or do you want me to just read your chat? I guess I could probably read your chat. So in the chat it says, hello, it's counselor, not sure why it's vacant. My name's Catherine, she, her pronouns. She's at work. Oh, right, okay. She can't use the mic, but she's listening in my free time. She likes to catch up on sleep. Thank you. We also have MBB counselors present. Would you like to go?
Hey y'all, Ariana here, chatting with Rishu. All pronouns she and her, all access needs met. And in my free time, I love playing all the New York Times games, watching Disney movies. And if you've seen that Disneyland in Tokyo just got a Tangled exhibit, so if you want to go, let's go. I love Tangled.
Awesome, thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, Chris is also not on my list. But Chris says, hey everyone, his name is Chris, FNMISA counselor. Name is pronoun, all these are met. I was a boxer for 20 years, so hitting a boxing bag at the gym is what I like to do for fun. Thank you, Chris. Paulus, I believe I also missed you. Would you like to go? Or do you want me to just, yeah.
Yes, my name is Melek. My pronouns are she, her, and all my needs are met.
And what I like to do for fun is I really like to hike. I actually just got back from hiking like an hour ago.
Awesome. I'm sure it's a lovely day for that. Okay, thank you, Catherine. SF Per.
I'm Rebecca, she, they pronouns, as a per counselor. All my access needs are met. And for fun, I like to swim, whether it's in the pool in my building or like any of the lakes nearby. It's just, yeah, one of my favorites.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I believe that's everyone. If there's anyone else I missed, please, you could go now, or you could also put in the chat. But I believe I got everyone so far. So move on to our executive committee, VP Internal.
Hi, my name is Sam. My pronouns are he, him, and I also like reading or hiking in my very limited, since I got this job, free time. I also have the incoming DNA counselor.
Oh, yes. Would you like to do an intro?
Okay. Yep, ready.
Yeah, go ahead, Anthea.
Hi.
Hey.
So my name's Anthea, and so my pronoun is she, her, and the fun thing I like to do is like wooden book and just like enjoying time with my friends, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthea. We have a lot of book readers on this council, so that's amazing. Thank you. I'll move on quickly to Sam, were you done with your intro?
Yep.
Okay. Moving on to our VP Finance.
Hi everyone, I'm Simmer. I'm the VP Finance, and she, her pronouns, all access needs are met. Fun facts about me, I like everything sports. I grew up playing basketball, learned how to ski later on, and don't let the chair fool you. I am a big Canucks fan through and through. This one was just on sale. Yeah, and other than that, I just like hanging out with my friends, so that's about it.
Thank you, Simmer. VP University.
Hi, my name is Rishu, pronounced he and him. Something that I like to do in my free time is golfing. And apart from that, just hanging out with my friends, yeah. Been a big sports person for since I was a kid, so just that, yeah.
Thank you, Rishu. Next, we have our VP External. It will not be joining us today due to a conflict, but hopefully by the end of this meeting, we can fix that up. Next, VP Equity.
Hi, my name is Chloe, pronouns she, her. I'm also a Canucks fan. I have my jersey here for some reason. What else do I like doing? I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently. Listening to a podcast about other people playing Dungeons and Dragons, which has been fun. And I like hiking. It's nice to meet you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Chloe. VP Events.
Hi everyone, my name is Chitransh, pronouns he, him. All my access needs are met. In my free time, I like to explore fancy coffee shops and immediately catch on to some sleep after having the coffee.
Awesome. Thank you. And of course, yeah, myself, President EM is all access needs are met. On my free time, I like to listen to podcasts as well. Read when I can, also play sports. Yeah, and then also go on walks sometimes just to detox and just be outside. Yeah. Let's move on to our society staff. Temp operation organizer.
Hi all, Sindhu here, pronouns she, her, hers, access needs are met. And for fun, super original, I like to read.
Awesome. Wow. We have a lot of readers. That is amazing. Policy coordinator. I don't believe Beatty is here today. Yes, I don't think so. Okay, let's move on to admin assistant. In the chat, hey everyone, I'm Simmer. Samir, sorry. EM is all needs are met. My free time, I like to play golf, tennis, or cricket. I'm also an international chess player. Thank you. And today we have regrets from labor studies, VP external, and BNSS. Yes, and moving on to consent agenda. Be resolved to adopt the consent agenda, the following consent agenda with unanimous consent. Gonna seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, consent agenda is carried unanimously. Moving on to adoption of agenda. Be resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. I need a mover. I'll move. I need a seconder.
Internal.
I believe that was Rishu. VP University seconds. Any discussion, amendments? The floor is open. List, please. I see a list from Sam. Also, while Sam gets that going, again, for those that are new, simply if you want to make a amendment to our agenda today, or if you ever want to speak, you just have to put list in the chat, and then I'll just call on you, just so you know what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, Sam, go ahead.
My Google Docs with the motion on it has decided it is going to buffer at the worst possible time. So
Okay. Anyone else has amendments? Okay, I don't see any. Just waiting on you, Sam.
yes, okay. I have a discussion item titled Restructuring Working Group, I believe we're adding on.
Chloe, I believe so, right?
I didn't prepare that, but I can do that right now.
Okay.
Okay. I will add it on as a discussion item, and I will add it on after our committee elections.
Okay. And then
We discuss after new business.
okay. Did we want to do a end cam as well, just to update people what the restructuring group is for?
Yes.
Okay. You could add that in as well. You're muted, Sam.
Why not? Why don't we just make it an in-cam instead of a discussion?
Like everything?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
For context reasons, in cameras it relates to HR matters. One of the 4 reasons we can go in camera.
Sam, are you adding anything else other than that?
Oh no, I'm just adding in camera so we know it. I'll clarify it isn't a discussion in chat.
Okay, so that's all you wanted to amend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Any other amendments? If I don't see any, I'm gonna move on. Okay, I guess I need a mover again.
Move.
Sam moves. I need a seconder.
Second.
VP University seconds. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, I guess that I'm gonna seek unanimous consent to amend this onto the agenda. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, amendment is carried. Now I'm gonna move to the adoption of agenda again. So be it resolved to adopt the agenda as amended. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Okay, seeing none. Motion is carried as amended. Okay, moving on. Reports from committees. I don't believe we have any. Sindhu, do you have anything you want to add?
No, just that for the folks that are listed as vacant on the agenda, we'll look into that and we'll reach out to you in the next few days.
Okay, thank you, Cindy. Okay, moving on. To discussion items, summer semester council meetings. So I just want to bring this to the floor. So this is regarding the timing for our summer council. A couple of people have reached out to us regarding co-ops and how this time might not work for them. So we have thought about two possible proposals. One of them is pushing our council meetings to still stay on Wednesdays, but to start at 5:30. Just to accommodate those that might need to finish co-op first. And then also for some of our executives that do have class today, to allow that to happen as well. So that's one of them. And then there's also the possibilities if a Monday or a Tuesday works better for everyone. We're also open to that as well. But this is a discussion, so please, we want you guys' input if you're okay with Wednesday meetings at 5:30. Or possibly a different date on Monday, Tuesday, that remains at 4:30. So please let us know your inputs. The floor is open. If you want to add anything, just list and then I'll just call upon you. Jeffrey.
Can you just send us the when to meet and then we can see when everyone's available?
We didn't want to like elongate the process again. When to me usually takes forever. Generally, today works for everyone. The most people that it doesn't work for is mostly people that have a co-op, and they've suggested that 5:30 works for them. So the only time we'd really need a when to meet is if we're considering a Monday or a Tuesday. But if we're gonna keep it on the Wednesday and just change the time to 5:30, then I don't think we really need a when to meet. I see Rishu.
I'm fine with 5:30 Wednesdays as well.
Okay.
Tuesday works as well.
Cool. Okay. Sam.
I also would agree with pushing back council by about an hour to 5:30.
Okay. Cool. I see some agreements in the comments as well. Anyone else have anything else to add to this? We tried Thursday or Friday. Friday, we don't want to do Friday because we want people to enjoy their weekends and just we don't want to keep them long on Friday. And then Thursday doesn't work for most people on our end at least. Okay, I see a lot of agreements to Wednesday at 5:30. Okay, yep, I see a lot of Wednesdays. Okay, so it looks like we'll keep it on Wednesdays at 5:30. So going forward, okay, yeah. So I see a lot of agreements. Okay, so we'll keep it on Wednesday. Council meeting going forward, at least for the summer semester, will be 5:30. And then if we have to make any changes for fall, we could do that as well. So going forward, just so everyone knows, we'll send it out in a email as well, letting everyone know that going forward, council meetings will be at 5:30. Yeah, so that was that. Okay, moving on to the exciting part, which is committee elections. I'm assuming everyone knows what committees are. So I'm just gonna proceed, and then during each motion, we could explain what each committee is about. And I'm sure Sam will be able to help out with that as well. Okay, we'll start with our first new business item, which is the Accessibility Committee elections. Whereas per SO 11.5, the selection of students, at-large members, and counselors for this committee shall be prioritized to students with lived experiences. Whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council, being resolved to elect counselors A, B, C, and D to serve on the Accessibility Committee for 2024 and 2025 council term. I need a mover.
University.
University moves, and a seconder.
Yeah, I can move.
Summer seconds. Okay, so the floor is open. How this usually works is you get to basically nominate yourself. Thank you, staff. I believe they put what the committee is about in the chat, so that would be helpful. So you could read a little bit about that. And again, how this works is if you're interested in sitting on this committee, you're able to nominate yourself, or someone else can nominate you. And if there's more people than the seats available, we go to an election. Yeah. Landy just came in the room. It says he had a hard time figuring out where the meeting link was, but he's present. He is, all access needs are met. Yeah, and then I see a list from Tegan. And also, just to mention, some members also automatically get a seat on each council. So, if our position is listed as vacant, are we able to stand for election to a committee? Cindy, if their position is listed as vacant, are they able to still run in the committee elections?
I mean, I preferably not, but we can put you on the like priority list for if there's any room after the elections.
Okay. I see a list from Sam.
Yes, I was just gonna add that only counselors whose forms have been completed.
Sam? Sam? I think Sam cut
Commit
out. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Those online, could you hear us?
I can hear you, Emmanuel.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Because everyone on my screen is just frozen.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, me too. Mine's also frozen.
It looks like everyone that's in office right now is frozen.
Oh,
Or they're open now.
okay. That's interesting. Could you guys see me?
We can now. Are you guys on exec Wi-Fi?
We're wired into the wall. Like,
LAN.
we're on the desktops.
I think mine's working now.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes,
I
yes.
think it's good now. I think I could see everyone and properly hear everyone. Okay. I think we're good now. Okay, sorry about that. Sam, you cut off. What were you saying?
Just that we just like counselors who haven't yet completed all the forms and stuff can't be nominated for committees today.
Okay.
But we'll be doing more committee elections next council meeting. And there are a lot of different committees and I can't really see them filling up today, so not something really to worry about.
Okay, sounds good. Tegan, I hope that clarifies. Okay, moving on. So are any counselors actually interested in being on the accessibility committee? If so, now's the time to nominate yourself, or you could also nominate someone. Sam.
I'd like to nominate our VP University onto the accessibility committee.
Rishu, is this a nomination you accept?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? Okay, I don't see any more of this, so I'll move on to strike off where it says Counselor A in the motion and replace it with VP University, Rishu Baga. And then I would reread the motion. Whereas per SO 11.5, the selection of students at large members and counselors for this committee shall be prioritized to students with lived experiences, whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council. Oh, Chloe?
You can finish. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council, be resolved to elect counselor, exec VP University, Rishu Baga, B, C, and D to serve on the Accessibility Committee for 2024-2025 council term. Seeking unanimous consent on this. Or do I need to move first again?
Quick point of order.
Yeah.
Can I move to amend B, C, and D to take it out just for flow of the motion?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I move to delete the letters B, C, and D from the motion.
I need a seconder. I could second. Oh man, the Wi-Fi is gone again. Okay. I could second. So that would now read, be resolved to elect be resolved to elect VP University Rishu Baga to serve on the Accessibility Committee for 2024-2025 council term. I need a mover. I need a move.
Oh, this.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Who was
a bunch
recording
of counselors just left as well.
Yeah, it's because the meeting kind of like glitched and like took everyone out.
Okay, I'll message the Discord and just let everyone.
Can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, my thing got
We're
frozen.
good.
I wanted to nominate MBB Counselor Rihanna to the Accessibility Committee.
Okay. Okay. So that's part of the amendment then as well. Okay. So I'm gonna move to strike both Counselor A and B to change it to VP University Rishu Baga and MBB Counselor Ariana as well. And I'll reread. Oh, right. Do you accept the nomination, Ariana? Not again. I believe that was a yes. Um,
No, she
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, she does. Everyone is frozen again, but I'll move on. I believe she accepts. So I'll strike Counselor A and B off to amend with Rishu and Ariana, and I'll reread the motion. Whereas per SO 11.5.
Is it for
Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay, I do accept the nomination. My screen's frozen in the other room.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I got that. Okay, whereas per SO 11.5, the selection of student at-large members and counselors for this committee shall be prioritized to students with lived experiences, whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council. Be resolved to elect be resolved to elect Counselor Ariana, MBB counselor, and exec VP University, Rishu Bhagat to serve on the Accessibility Committee for the 2024-2025 council term. I need a mover. I could move. I need a seconder.
University?
University second. Any discussion on this or anyone opposed to these amendments? Seeing none, I'm gonna seek unanimous consent. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, the amendment is carried. And then I'm gonna go back to actually carrying the motion. Oh, yes, Chloe.
Did we clarify for new counselors that it's required that they sit on a committee, at least one?
Oh, yes, I'll do that after I carry this motion.
Perfect. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, that
Go
was for
ahead.
the amendment. Yeah, sorry. Okay, now for the actual motion. Whereas per SO 11.5, the selection of students at large members and counselors for this committee shall prioritize the students with lived experiences. Whereas there are 4 seats available, be resolved to elect counselor for MBB Ariana Shamsudan and VP University Rishu Bhagat to serve on this accessibility committee for the 2024/2025 council term. I'm gonna seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, the motion is carried unanimously. Congratulations, Rishu and Ariana. Okay, going on to Chloe's points. Do you want to talk about it or do you want me to? Chloe? My computer is frozen again.
My apologies, we have wired internet, it should be working.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, we're gonna try this because it seems like it's the SFU Ethernet cable, so I tried to join somewhere else, so hopefully this works. Okay, so as I was saying, or Chloe, do you want to talk about what you were talking about? You could go on now.
I think she put it in chat.
Oh, okay, yes. Yes, so she's just clarifying that as a reminder for everyone, every counselor needs to serve on at least one committee, or you will have pay deducted. So just make sure you know which committees are that you're interested in, so that when they do come up, you could nominate yourself to serve on them. You don't have to only be on one. You could be as many as you want. I know people that have been on 4. Some people have been on 5. As long as you're interested, it's open for you to do that. Okay, moving on. Yes, what Chloe said in the comments. Okay. Oh.
App.
Text Sam and ask Sam to give you host privileges so that you can record.
Okay.
So that at least the recording doesn't keep getting interrupted, because then it's like 8 different files to send to our staff. Sorry guys, it looks like they're sorting it out together, but
You want to try hitting record? You might have it too. Let's see. Otherwise, I messaged Sam either way.
okay. I don't think I have host privileges now.
Okay. Oh, it's already being recorded anyway, so.
Okay, you've been given host
Just
privileges.
give you privileges if you wanted it.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and try and join on my desktop app because the browser doesn't have like the settings to do that. So let me be right back.
Okay, could you guys hear me? Could someone confirm on mine?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna proceed.
Council meetings. Committees like governance and HRP and things like that, they tend to meet for a little longer. There's just more procedure and stuff to go along with that. Another one would be OCEO, can sometimes take a little bit longer, but depends on how many incidents there are. But yeah, any other questions you guys have about committees or being a counselor in general, like please ask in the chat and we'll try like our best to clarify those for you.
Hey everyone, so sorry about all of this. Hopefully, with some things we're hoping to do, this won't be a problem anymore. But okay. Could someone send
On it,
did you send it to Simmer?
I am pulling it up to find it.
Okay, it should be in the calendar invite. Okay. Okay, I think she's in now.
Oh.
I hope so. Okay, let's get going. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. But okay. Just to clarify, those online, could you still hear me?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, the router down here is fine.
Okay, cool. I'll get going again. Hopefully this doesn't happen. Sorry about this, everyone. But okay. So next motion is for the events and student affairs committee elections. Whereas bylaw 716 subsection E establish the events and student affairs committee as a standing committee responsible for overseeing society's event as per Article 12.1 and 12.2, whereas Article 12.3 to 12.10 on the terms of reference details the committee's duties, which include organizing council events, aiding other student groups events, and incorporating indigenous governance principles into decision making, whereas there are 5 seats available for members of council. Be resolved to elect Councillor A, B, C, D, and E to serve on the Events and Student Affairs Committee for the council term of 2024-2025. I move. I need a seconder.
University.
University seconds. Floor is open for discussion and nominations. Feel free to list if you'd like to nominate yourself or someone else. Shatranj, do you want to talk about your committee?
Yeah, sure. So the events, I'll be chairing the events committee this year as the vice president of events. We're looking forward to hosting a multitude of events in terms of serving as many students as possible, culturally and accessibility wise.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I see Fatima is listed. Go ahead.
I'd like to nominate myself for this committee.
Awesome. Thank you. Sam.
I'd like to nominate our VP University for this committee.
VP University, do you accept?
Yes.
Awesome. ISSA?
Hi, I would like to nominate myself for this position.
Awesome. Shatranj?
You can skip mine.
Oh, okay. Catherine lists herself. She's gonna self-nominate. Anyone else interested in being in this committee? One more spot. Anyone else wants to nominate themselves?
I'll nominate myself.
Okay. That was just W. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Are we gonna have a contested election?
I know, that's what I'm waiting for.
I think that was 5. Yeah, so if nobody else wants to list, then guys.
I need one with an election, man. Okay, well, I guess no one wants to run in an election today. Cool. Okay. Actually, I'll nominate someone. Let's see. I'd like to nominate. I'll nominate Soka.
Hi.
So, do you accept or do you not accept?
For the Events and Student Affairs Committee election,
This is for the events committee elections. Yeah. Would you like to accept the nomination?
actually I decline.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I just thought I would nominate someone, but that's fine. I guess no elections.
Can I nominate
okay.
myself I'm from the political science counselor.
You want to nominate yourself?
Sure, yeah.
Amazing. Awesome. Now I get to your speeches today. Great. Okay. So how this works is because there's more than 5 counselors
There's a
interested.
point of order, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to ask, are all the counselors who were nominated for this, have they completed all their forms? Because when we get to elections, it's only counselors who've completed their forms and such who can vote. So I don't know if the science and PSSU might not.
I completed mine today. Sorry, it only took until yesterday for me to get the minutes. So I handed in my forms today. I don't know if that's too late.
I don't know, because I don't think either are in our system yet.
Okay, that's okay. I can do it for next week.
Not to do anything, so if we might just get them in, just do the 3 today and then the rest tomorrow. I mean, next council.
Yeah, we could do it next week then.
Sam, is it just PSSU?
PSSU, let me double check with science as well.
Okay. I see a list from Chris. Yes, you do. You have to resubmit the contract, but you don't have to resubmit like your bank stuff. But you have to resubmit the what's it called? The approval form or like the contract form. Yes, the consent form. Thank you. I see a list from Mina.
I submitted the forms yesterday to both the original email that you're supposed to send it to and if it doesn't work email, and it both got error notification. So I'm not entirely sure why it didn't work, but I did try yesterday.
Which email did you send it to?
No, wait, where is it? I'm sorry.
Is it the WCE one?
Yes, so the WCE one was the first email I tried, and then underneath the WCE email it says that if that email doesn't work, then please try this, but then it didn't recognize the email that was suggested afterwards. So
But did the WCE one, did that one work?
It did not. It bounced.
Oh.
Both came back with errors. Saying that the email itself was not formatted correctly, and I double checked twice. Which is, I think this plays into why so many of us are not actually on here. Well, I could be wrong, but I did try to get it all submitted yesterday.
Cindy, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the WCE email list, and as you mentioned, I didn't receive this one. But we usually, once we have all the forms in, we have just a list of that going, and I don't see you on the list right now, so it is possible that you might be like it might be processed tomorrow. So unfortunately, I don't have any, or that it's in progress. So we might have some of your forms, but not all of them, or you not have your consent forms or your minutes. So it might just be in progress. So unfortunately, we might have to wait until next meeting if you want to join a committee for right now, but yeah, I think another option is to not fill the committee positions if they're not being filled right now and do the re-election for those specific committees next time and give the same individuals an opportunity to run at that time.
Okay, so it seems like a couple of people that want to run for events have not been validated yet, so I think it's best that we postpone. List from Sam. Actually, wait a minute. Fatima has a list. Okay, all good. Sam?
I was just going to suggest that we fill the committee spots with committees where we don't have folks who are listed as vacant on our if we don't have counselors who are currently can't join committees, want to join those committees, we fill them. If we do, we hold them back till next week.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're gonna postpone the events one because some people that want to run are not up to date yet.
My apologies.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Moving, so yeah, just we're gonna postpone the events committee election to our next meeting. I will move on to equity and sustainability committee elections. Whereas the equity and sustainability committee established under bylaw 715 subsection K focuses on historically excluded students and systematic oppression per Article 9.1. Oh, yes. Can we get a seconder to postpone the motion to next meeting?
I'll second.
Chloe seconds. Seeking unanimous consent to postpone the meeting. If you wish to abstain or dissent, sorry, postpone the motion. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion postponed to next meeting. Continuing with the equity committee election, whereas Article 9.25 to 9.35 of the terms of reference highlights the committee's role in recommended policies and resources for student empowerment, equity, diversity, inclusion, and sustainability, and promoting anti-oppressive environment through community events and advocacy. Whereas there are 5 seats available for members of council, be resolved to elect councilors A, B, C, D, and E to serve on equity and sustainability committee for the council terms of 2024-2025. I need a mover. I could move. I need a seconder.
University.
University seconds. Floor is open for list. I see Grayson Bark self-nominates SF Perg. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to self-nominate as well.
Okay, awesome. Chloe.
I would like to nominate VP University Rishu Baga.
Rishu, do you accept?
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna be a busy man. Awesome. Next on my list is actually a question before I move on. Sam, do these 5 seats include the ones that get an official spot on the committee?
No.
They do not. The official spots are nominated from within the groups that they represent.
And what are those groups?
I believe our constituency groups and
okay.
It says a climate related group, but I believe Embark is usually the one we go to.
So they don't have to nominate themselves again for this?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Soko, I would ask that you retrieve your list because I believe you already get a spot on the committee. But I'll go on to Tegan.
Hi, yeah, I mean, I'm with the Women's Center, so if we have a spot on it, I guess otherwise I'd self-nominate for, I guess, pending next week, I guess, or not next week, the next meeting. But yeah, I'm happy to withdraw because if I do get an official seat with the Women's Center, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Sam, point of order.
I'm just saying that automatic spots given to each constituency group. So Tegan and Chris and Emmanuel are all good. They all already would have a spot. I believe it just needs to be, they're not automatically the counselor from the constituency group, so they can be any representative nominated by that particular constituency group.
Okay. So from what I know, that means we have three spots left. So anyone else? Oh, so Pranay self-nominates. Anyone else? There's two more spots. Equity and sustainability. GSW self-nominates. One more spot. Going once. Twice. Shatran's list.
Self-nomination.
Sorry?
Nomination.
Self-nominate? Chitran's?
Yes, hi. Yes, self-nominate.
Okay, cool. I see another self-nomination. It looks like we're gonna have an election. BPKSA, I'm guessing you also self-nominate. That brings us to 6 individuals. Anyone else wants to jump in this? Any other list?
I did self my forms.
Sorry, say that again.
I have self-nominated, but I'm not sure if my forms have gone through yet.
Oh, right. Sam, do we have that? Do you know? Or Cindy?
This is for BPK counselor.
This is for BPK, yes.
BPK is gone through.
It's gone through already?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So I believe how this works is everyone gets to give a 1-minute talk as to why they should be on the committee, if I'm correct, Sam?
Yes, they do.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna go in the order of the way the list came in. Again, you get 1 minute. Sam, if you could have a timer and let me know when that's up. You get 1 minute to tell us why you should be the counselor to be on this committee. Yeah, you could choose to talk about whatever it is that makes you qualified to be on the committee. I will start with, I believe it was Grayson Bark was the first person. So please go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Hi, everyone. I'm Grayson Bark. I served on this committee last year. As an environmental science student, I bring environment and sustainability perspective. And I personally, sort of as a hobby, spend a lot of time engaging with politicians on policy around sustainability and environmental things, as well as equity, because things like climate change, pollution, environmental justice, there's a huge equity component to that as well. And that's the perspective I'd like to bring to this committee this year. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Grayson. Oh, we might not need to proceed. Someone just retracted their nomination, if I'm correct. So I think that brings us to 5 exactly. So that would be Grayson, Rebecca, Rishi. No, Rishi wasn't nominated for this.
I was by Chloe.
Oh, yes, you were. Okay. Rishu, Pranay, and Jocelyn. Oh, I guess there is still 6, if I'm correct. Sam, could you please clarify in the chat? There is 6 people minus Shitterons, correct? And there's only 5 spots.
There's only 5 spots.
Yeah. Are there still 6 people that nominated themselves, minus Chitranj?
I believe so.
Because for my count, I have Grayson Bark, Rebecca, Rishu, Pranay, GSW,
Chitranj as well.
Chitranj retracted,
Oh.
and BPK. That's those 6, correct?
It's still 6, although I believe because we only have 1 executive officer in contention, Rishu is automatically acclaimed into the seat, and the remaining 4 positions are elected.
Okay. So wait a minute. Wait, so there's only 4 spots?
Yes, because one of them is reserved for an executive.
Oh, okay. Because the motion didn't clarify that.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I guess we're good. We don't need to proceed with the. Wait a minute.
I think we still have 5 counselors who are.
Yes, that leaves us with 5, so we still need to
Okay.
proceed, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you could put back on the 1 minute then.
All right.
Next on the list would be Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. So I wanted to do this committee because I've been involved in environmental justice advocacy since I was like 14, and it's a huge passion of mine. I'm part of SFU 350, which is like the big climate justice club on campus. So bringing that into the SFSS, as well as equity focus. I'm part of the Simon Fraser Public Interest Research Group. And we last did a research project about institutional betrayal. So just how the institution betrays a lot of people. So wanting to focus on that. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Next person is.
Someone retracted, so I don't think we need to continue.
Sorry?
Someone retracted their nomination.
Pranay retracted his nomination.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. So I guess Grayson, Rebecca,
Almost better. Everybody's like, say somebody better.
Rebecca, Jocelyn, and Mary. Okay. Okay, awesome. So I would move to strike counselor A, B, C, D, and E, to replace it with counselor Grayson Bark, Rebecca, Jocelyn, and Miriam, and then VP University Rishu Baga. I need a seconder. University seconds. Anyone opposed to the amendment? Seeing none, seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Amendment is carried. So the new motion reads, be it resolved to elect environmental counselor, VP University, GSW counselor, and BPK counselor, to serve on the Equity and Sustainability Committee for council term 2024-2025. I need a mover for the amendment of the motion.
I'll move.
I move. Chloe seconds. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion is carried unanimously. Congratulations to those that won. I'm sure you would have a phenomenal time with Chloe on that committee. Next is finance. Finance committee elections. Whereas per bylaw 712 subsection M and articles 5.2 to 5.17 of SFSS Council policies, this Finance and Admin Services Committee manages the society financial and administrative affairs, including budgeting, financial reporting, and fund oversight, whereas Article 5.4 to 5.17 of the terms of reference underscores the committee's responsibilities in budget coordination, financial administration, audit oversight, and adjudicated appeals, stressing the significance of sound financial stewardship within the society, whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council. Be resolved to elect councillors A, B, C, and D to serve on the Finance and Administrative Service Committee for the council terms of 2024 to 2025. I need a mover. I move. Seconder.
University.
University second. Floor is open for discussion, but Simmer, did you want to add anything about the committee?
Not much. I know the other Simmer put in a description. So yeah, overall, just basically reporting and developing any recommendations to council regarding like auditing and financial functions is what we do, and it'll be super fun.
Awesome. I see a list from Sam.
I'd like to nominate the business counselor and the VP external.
Business council, VP external. Business council, I believe that is Mia.
Yes, I accept.
Awesome. VP external, do you accept the nomination? Sorry? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I see ESSU. 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 Oh, yeah. Okay, you nominate yourself a position. Okay, I believe that is it. That's 4.
Yep.
Okay.
5 with me. Oh no, Sam. My bad. No. Ignore me.
Okay. Anyone else wants to nominate? Okay, I guess not. That's exactly what it is. So I'm gonna move to strike A, B, C, and D and replace it with VP external, business counselor, ESSU counselor, and I believe that's it. Yeah. So I'm gonna reread this for the amendment. Whereas the first, oh, no. Yeah, so be resolved to elect counselor, ESSU counselor, VP external, BAS counselor, and what am I missing? Am I missing one more? I have ESSU, BAS, and external. Okay, so that means there is one more spot. Anyone else interested? There's one more spot on finance.
It'll be fun.
List.
Hi, my name is Bhuban, and I would like to nominate myself for this committee.
What's your union?
So yeah, I am a major in cognitive science, and personally, I just want to sign up for this committee to learn about how the financial proceedings go, how budgets are made and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm more interested in learning about it. So that's why I want to join this committee.
No, of course. I meant because your thing doesn't say what student group you are. So I was just asking
Oh,
what counts.
okay. I'm so sorry
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, no, I'm
all
in
good.
cognitive science. I'm a cognitive
Okay.
science counselor, but I think on the forms it says the position is vacant, although I have been nominated for or elected for this position.
Sam, has she gone through the process?
Both the cognitive science and earth science counselors still have to go through the progress. I recommend postponing this one to the next meeting.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I'll postpone this one as well. I move. I need a seconder.
Internal.
Seconds. Okay. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion postponed to next meeting.
Oh, Emmanuel, just to clarify, who seconded that one? There was a bit of confusion on the.
It was VP. It was VP Finance.
Sounds good.
Next, we have first year engagement committee. Whereas the first year engagement committee is scheduled to coordinate activities and engagement event and initiatives such as community building events for the first years. Whereas the 3 seats available for members of council be resolved to elect A, B, C, and D to serve on the first year engagement committee for the 2024-2025 council year term. Sorry, I move seconder.
Internal.
Internal seconds. Floor is open for list. If you're interested, this is a great committee. We always want to bring in our first year and get involved. So this is a committee to outreach first years for sure. I see a nomination from ESA. I'm guessing that's a self-nomination.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. I see one from ARC. I believe that's also a self-nomination.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. DSSS, I believe. Okay, yep, that's a self-nomination.
I am
Anyone
also one of the people that don't have their forms and yet. So if we are able to move this for the next meeting, great.
Okay. Okay, yeah, let's move this one to the next meeting, and then anyone else interested, you could also nominate yourself then. So I'm gonna move to postpone this motion to the next meeting. I need a seconder. Internal second, seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion postponed to the next meeting. Sorry guys, my Wi-Fi is acting up again. Next one is governance committee. Whereas per bylaw 711 subsection B, articles 4.1 to 4.10 of SFSS council policies, the governance committee is responsible for reviewing and recommending changes to the society's constitution, bylaws, and policies, ensuring the integrity of the governance structures. Whereas articles 4.2 to 4.10 of the terms of reference outline the committee's duties in informing council of legal updates, forming subcommittees to resolve disputes, and integrating indigenous governance principles into decision-making, reflecting a dedication to inclusive and transparent governance. Whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council, be resolved to elect councilors A, B, C, and D to serve on the governance committee for the council term of 2024-2025. I need a seconder. Internal second. Open up for list. I see a list from Sam.
I nominate the CSSS counselor.
CSSS counselor, do you accept the nomination?
I accept.
Awesome. Any other lists?
These guys' policy is fun. We're reading a whole bunch of documents. It's fun, y'all.
I see one from HSU. Is that a self-nomination?
Yes. Actually, before that, I actually had a question. I
Yes.
know this committee really talks about policy and stuff. I just want to know what exact policies you guys are really like. Does it really talk about? What sort of policies are we deciding on?
All the SFSS policies.
All the SFSS policies?
Yes, but Sam could elaborate on that.
Yeah.
Yes. So the way that our policy reviews work is that if there's a policy that affects a specific area, it's reviewed by the committees that go over that specific areas, like member services policy would go through events, equity policy would go through equity. And then once they've gone through all of these committees, they then go to the governance committee, which does a second review of all the policies and can then send them back to the committee that they initially came from for further review, or then send them on to council.
Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, I will like to self-nominate myself for that.
Okay, awesome. Anyone else? We have 2 more spots. Sam?
Sorry, I did a list as well. I'd like to nominate the SFPERG counselor.
SFPERG, do you accept?
I do accept it.
Awesome. Great. We have 1 more spot. Anyone else? Going once. Twice. Oh, Women's Center.
Yeah, I'd be interested in this position. I think I might only be here for another 4 months, but like I don't know. But yeah, I would be interested in self-nominating for this. Yeah, thank you.
That's totally fine. Oh, Sam?
Let's postpone this one then.
Oh, still pending? Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll also postpone this one to the next council meeting. I need a second. Internal seconds. Seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion is carried unanimously. Okay, next one is member services. Whereas per Article 17.1 of SFSS Council Policies, the Member Services Advisory Committee advises on and coordinates societies' member services, including clubs, student unions, food bank, and enhancing the overall member experience. Whereas Article 17.2 to 17.5 of the Terms of Reference emphasizes the committee's role in advising on service coordination, collaborating with collaborators, and recommending member service policies, reflecting its dedication to improvement and student feedback. Whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council, be it resolved to elect councilors A, B, C, and D to serve on the Member Services Advisory Committee for the 2024-2025 council term. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Floor is open for list. Again, more info on the committee is posted in the chat. Again, reminder that every councilor must sit on at least 1 committee. So it's best to choose the one you want. At some point, we just get to nominate you for a committee. But again, there's 4 seats for this one, and the floor is open for lists. Micah self-nominates. Thank you. Anyone else? This is a pretty fun committee, I would say. You go through student union stuff, student clubs, goes through this committee. ESA self-nominates. I believe that is criminology also self-nominates. That's 3. And then HSU also self-nominates. Sam, are any of these nominations? Sorry?
Yeah, we
Oh,
should
go ahead.
postpone to next week.
Sorry,
Okay.
my bad. I didn't want to self-nominate.
Yeah.
I just had a question. Again,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't want to self-nominate. Sorry, my bad. I just wanted to ask again. I pretty much have the same question. What does this committee exactly do?
it's in the chat. It was pasted by one of our staff, but again, this is also on our I believe our bylaws, if I'm correct, or council policies. You could find it on one of those documents if there's a more elaborate description. Sam, is it bylaws or council policies?
It's in council policies.
Yeah, so if you go to our council policies, it's on our SFSS website. There's a more elaborate description of what each committee does. We just try to sum it up to kind of explain what the committee is about. And thank you, Joe. Joe just put in the chat. You could also see it on there. But yeah.
Okay, I don't want to self-nominate. Just have questions.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Sam, Liz.
Yes, we should postpone this one as well.
Okay, awesome. I move to postpone to next meeting due to form issues. I need a seconder.
Events.
Event seconds. Motions also postponed to our next meeting. I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, that's carried unanimously. Next, we have the nominating committee elections. Whereas the nominating committee is responsible for providing council with formal recommendation related to appointment of at-large members to committees in consultation with all council committees and vice chairs, whereas there are 2 seats available for members of council, be resolved to elect councillor A and B to elect A, B council and B councillors to serve on the nominating committee for the 2024-2025 council term. I move. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. I also see a list from Sam. Go ahead. List. The floor is open for nominations.
I'd like to nominate our VPs, University and Events onto this committee.
Awesome. VP University, do you accept?
I would decline for the nominating committee election rate. I would this one.
Rishu, you should accept this one. It'll be fun to accept this one. Rishu, this is the one that helps nominate at-large members. You want to?
Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, cool. External.
Yeah, it's open.
Sorry, VP Events, do you accept the nomination?
I accept.
Okay, well, looks like Joe also wants this. Okay, Joe retracts. Cool. It looks like there's exactly the 2 people needed. So I'm gonna move to strike Councillor A and B off, and replace it with VP University and VP Events. So be resolved to elect VP Events and VP University to serve on the nominating committee for the 2024-2025 council term. I move. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Anyone opposed to this amendment? Seeing none. Seeking unanimous consent for the amendment. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, that's carried. Now I'm going to seek unanimous consent for the entire the entire motion. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, the motion is carried unanimously. Moving on to outreach committee, whereas per bylaw 16 of SFSS council policies, the outreach committee aims to revitalize student engagement at SFU, fostering involvement within the SFSS and university committee, whereas Article 13.6 to 13.15 of the terms of reference highlights the committee's responsibilities in recommending policies, organizing outreach initiatives, ensuring transparency, and amplifying student voice, reflecting its commitment to inform participation and community empowerment within the SFSS governance. Whereas there are 2 seats available for members of council, be resolved to elect Councillor A and B to serve on the outreach committee for 2024-2025 council term. I need a seconder.
Events.
Event second. Floor is open for list. I see there's a list from Rishi.
I would like to nominate MBB counselor, VP internal, and VP events for this committee.
Okay. There's only 2 spots, but I guess it will be contested. Those people listed, I believe you said VP internal. Rishi, could you say your list again? The people you nominate?
Okay, sorry, is how many spots do I have?
There's only 2 spots.
Okay, I would like to nominate myself.
And who else?
And I would like to nominate VP internal.
Okay. Point of order.
There is a within the outreach committee, I believe we're also allowed to nominate, like it's supposed to be can we postpone this one to next week? It's got some weird pieces within the specific policy that I think we need to untangle before we can do this one, because it involves faculty caucuses, which haven't been set up in a while.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I guess you move to postpone. I need a seconder.
University.
University second, seek unanimous consent to postpone this motion to next meeting. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion is postponed to next meeting. Next one, and then after this, we have 2 more, and then that will be it. We have the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers Election. Whereas established by bylaw 18.1 of SFSS Council Policy, the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers ensures accountability and adherence to governing documents, maintaining the integrity of the SFSS governance. Whereas Article 13.3 to 18.3 to 18.14 of the terms of reference detail the committee's duties in investigating misconduct, recommending actions, and ensuring transparency, reflecting its dedication to ethical conduct and governance standards within the SFSS. Whereas there are 6 seats available for the members of council, we resolve to elect councilors A, B, C, D, E, and F to serve on the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers Committee for the council term of 2024-2025. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Floor is open for list. More information on the committee is in the chat. Again, this is a committee that works to hold the executive committee accountable to our policies, bylaws, and standards. Again, the executive committee is myself and all the other VPs, and this committee works to hold us accountable. So list, the floor is open for any councilors involved and interested in this committee. I see no list. Again, we need a committee to hold executives accountable. SOCA nominates itself. I see a list from internal. Sam, go ahead. And yes, this is true. Chloe says it's the committee that gets all the tea. Yes, Sam, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I hope it gets no tea this year. As one of the 7 that the tea would be about. But this committee is very important, and it requires just a lot of critical just a lot of thought, but it isn't one of the most work heavy committees unless a lot of things go wrong, like this January. But other than that, like, it isn't that much work. Usually it's just double checking our work reports and approving them. Like, as someone who has chaired this committee in the past, it isn't that much work. This year. Last year, well, y'all can hear me complain about that at another time.
Thank you, Sam. I see a list from Mina, ARC. I guess that's a self-nomination as well.
Yeah, yes it is. But so there's no executive members that are allowed to be on this council, right?
No, there isn't. No, there isn't.
And there's how many other people on this council? 4?
This committee has, I believe, six councilors.
Okay, I will self-nominate then.
Okay, great. So that's 2. Pranay also self-nominates. That's 3. Anyone else? Micah also self-nominates. That's 4. Anyone else? ESA, that's 5. Anyone else? ESSS. Okay. So I've been notified that one of the nominees are still needing to get their forms confirmed, so I might need to postpone.
Sorry, can I say something? I was listening for like a question because I had a question. I think my audio cut out. I was just having some Wi-Fi problems. My audio cut out when, sorry, I'm a bit confused. Is this like, is this the committee that like has execs on it or doesn't have execs and it's just counselors to whatever?
Correct. So this committee does not have the execs on it because the job is that you hold us accountable. So it's just counselors.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. Would you like to nominate yourself?
No, thank you.
Okay. But I think regardless, I need to postpone this motion. I believe one of the, actually no, maybe not. I believe it was Mina that was missing their form. Does Pranay have his form in? And the other folks? Okay. And Sam?
I believe we should postpone. The engineering counselor also was interested, and he's still listed as vacant, so.
Okay, cool. I guess you move. I'll second to postpone this motion to the next meeting as well. Seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, this motion is postponed to the next meeting. And then the last 2. Actually, before I read it, in case we have people that list that are not, I don't have to read it twice, and then we have people nominated that don't. Let me see. Okay, so the next, Summer, could you post the description for the Surrey committee in the chat? Thank you. So if you look at the chat, we have the Surrey committee description. It's also on the agenda. I just wanted to get lists for people interested in this committee, just to see if there's anyone that's interested that doesn't have their form, so I could just postpone the motion.
Yeah, postpone.
Okay, so okay, I'm seeing a bunch of nomination. Sam, are these people not?
Yep, not all
Okay.
of their forms.
Okay, so I move to postpone the Surrey Campus Committee to next meeting after everyone has been confirmed. I need a seconder. Internal second, seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion is carried unanimously. Next one is the Student Healthcare Committee. Samira, could you also post that in the chat? Again, the description for the Student Healthcare Committee is also on the agenda, and it will be posted in the chat in any second now. But is there, who else is interested in this? Oh, no info, okay. Sam, do you want to talk about the purpose of the Student Healthcare Committee?
The Student Healthcare Committee is really quite important because it really helps shape our relationship with our insurance provider and our healthcare plan, which is one of the most critical services we as the student union provide. And it's got some ongoing issues and concerns with it that need to be addressed this year. So if it's something you're passionate about, please join the committee.
Thank you.
We have 25,000 students and we've over 20,000 of them enrolled in the healthcare plan. 20,000 students don't visit the sub every day or even every month. So it's something that impacts almost every member of the SFSS.
Thank you. I think as you heard, thank you, Sindhu. She's also posted a little bit about what the committee is about. I see a self-nomination from Catherine. Anyone else? Okay, Joe. Anyone else? HSU. Okay. Anyone else? Sam, are these two counselors, have they gone through the process?
They have not. We need to postpone.
Oh, Sindhu says yes.
Sorry, I meant they're good to go.
Oh, like they're already approved?
Yes.
Oh.
As in they have their forms in.
Yes. Sam, is that what you meant as well?
Yep.
Okay. I guess we could proceed with this motion then. I see 3 nominations, so we might have to go to an election because there's only 2 spots. But I'll read the motion first. So the motion reads, whereas the Student Healthcare Committee's purpose is to ensure that students have input when deciding changes to the student healthcare plans, and will have appointed members from the out on campus, DNA, and Women's Center. Oh, okay. I guess there was just an error in motion. Whereas the Student Healthcare Committee also has 3 designated spots. Whereas there are 2 seats available for members of council, be resolved to appoint A, B, and C councilors to serve on the Student Healthcare Committee for 2024, 2025 council term.
Just a quick point of order. Sorry, there was a 4th counselor who's interested. I want to nominate them.
Um,
Can I do that quickly? I was talking to them before and I thought they had an automatic seat on it, so there was a little bit of confusion on my own end.
okay, we could do it after I move this to the floor.
Okay.
I move, I need a seconder. VP Finance seconds. Okay, floor is open for lists, and from what I see, Joe nominates himself, Catherine nominates herself, HSUSU nominates themselves, and then Sam, your list.
I'd like to nominate the FNMISA counselor.
FNMISA Council also nominates themselves. Chris oh, okay, so we might have to postpone then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I move to postpone this motion to next meeting. Any seconder? Sam seconds. Any dissents? Abstentions? Seeing none, seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Motion is carried. The last motion for today. The next one, Samir, could you please put the description for Vancouver in the chat? Once again, this is the same as the Surrey committee, but for Vancouver. And there's 4 spots open on this committee. If you're interested, please list and let me know so I know whether this motion will proceed. Again, Vancouver needs some vibrancy. It needs some people interested in bringing some life to the Vancouver campus. So please, we need people to list. If you're from Vancouver, this is very exciting because you get to work there. If you're not from there, it will still value your input. And there's 4 spots. No one wants to help Vancouver? No one? Going once? Oh, Chloe.
As an IS major and a communications minor, I will help out my fellow Harbor Center students. I would like to self-nominate.
Okay, awesome. Anyone else wants to be bold to up our Vancouver campus, folks? There's 3 more spots. Shatranj, thank you.
Thank you.
Sam List.
I'd like to nominate the International Studies counselor.
Awesome. Who is that?
I think I spoke too much in the chat.
Do you
Sorry,
accept it?
I don't accept because I do have plans for other committees, like 3 others already. So like
Okay.
maybe if I don't get into any of them, and I don't hope that happen, then I'll go to, but maybe next term.
Okay, sounds good.
Chloe will represent me. I trust you, Chloe.
Okay. I see a self-list from Pranay, thank you. I believe that is 3. There's 1 more spot. Is anyone interested? Going once? Going twice? Seeing none, I think we're good to proceed with this motion. Sindhu, please just clarify, is DSSS ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I'll proceed with the motion then. Whereas the Vancouver Campus Committee currently does not have a chairperson, whereas at least 2 additional counselors and up to 4 counselors can join the committee. Be resolved to elect Councillor A to serve as the chair of the VCC for the 2024 council term, whereas there are 4 seats available for members of council. Be further resolved to elect councillors A, B, C, and D to serve on the VCC for the 2024-2025 council term. I move. I need a seconder. VP Finance seconds. Floor is open. I remember all the lists. Are any of you interested in being the chair of the committee? That's Chloe, Shadranch, and Pranay. Anyone interested in being the chair?
Sorry, of which committee?
Sorry?
Chair of which committee?
Vancouver campus.
I thought it was de facto VP University, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
I'm confused.
It's okay. It's okay. Sindhu just clarified with me that you guys could do that at your committee meeting. Sam, point of order. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, ignore my request. So I'd like to strike off Councillor A, B, C, and D to change it to VP Equity, VP Events, and DSSS Councillor to serve on the VCC for the 2024-2025 council term. I move the amendment. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Any abstention? Dissent? Seeing none, amendment is carried unanimously. Now for the entire motion, it's going to read, be it further resolved to elect VP Equity, VP Events, and DSSS Councillor Pranay to serve on the VCC for the 2024-2025 council term. Seeking unanimous consent for this motion as amended. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion is carried unanimously. That brings us to the end of our motions for today. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Next, we have our in-camera item that was amended on. Again, in-cameras are just things that we cannot discuss publicly. So we're gonna put everyone in a meeting room except our staff, and then we'll talk further about why this is going in. So just bear with me while I put everyone in the meeting room. And then I'll pause the recording. Actually, I'm gonna move to go into in-cam. Be resolved to go in camera for the remainder of the meeting. I move. I need a seconder.
Second.
Internal seconds. Seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, motion to go in camera carried unanimously. Then give me a second and I'll put everyone in a. Just the update, just wanted to let you guys know, again, we're going in camera. So because only some counselors have been authenticated through the process, we're only gonna put those that have gone through the process in the in camera, and then next week we could do another in camera and let everyone know what we discuss in camera. And then Simon will be putting you guys in the meeting room. And then we'll be back after that. It shouldn't take too long, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We just came back from our in-camera, and now I'm gonna move to go ex-camera. I need a seconder. VP Finance second. Any abstention or dissents? Seeing none, motion is carried unanimously. We're officially back. We will be suspending the rule later on to amend on the motion that's coming from in-camera. But before that's ready to go, I want to move on to Q&A. So we're getting close to the end. This is where we take all the questions. We know it's the first meeting. We know there might be a lot of questions. So we wanted to take time to answer any of those. I see there's a couple of lists already. But yeah, this is the place to ask any question related to anything related to the SFSS, council, policy, whatever it is. The floor is open. I see one from Geo Counselor. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. President. Will the sticker competition and gift basket still be happening?
Say that again.
The sticker contest that Liam started, will that still be happening? Because there was a gift basket promised to people.
Were you part of the winners?
No.
Oh, okay. So Liam did send me a message. He wants me to help him finish that project. I will work with staff to hopefully get that finished up, and hopefully you could get I know you didn't win, but those that didn't win, hopefully they could get their promised gift baskets. I don't know where that money is gonna come from, but we'll figure that out. I see I'm guessing is that a direct response, Jeffrey?
Oh, I'm listening again.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. ESA?
Hi, thank you. I just have a really quick question about I noticed like on the SFSS website, there's like a BIPOC committee and there's also the University and Academic Affairs Committee, but that wasn't like in the thing today. So I'm just wondering, like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? Does it need more time, lack of engagement, whatever?
No, it is gonna happen. We just postponed it to our next meeting. So it wasn't put on the agenda. It will be there at our next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
There's a direct response from Chloe.
Yeah, for BIPOC, I assumed that there would be definitely a couple of counselors that wouldn't have their forms in. And I wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to sort of learn about the committees and be on it specifically because I'm hoping that it'll be a very strong committee. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody had a little bit of more time.
Thank you, Chloe. ISSA.
Hi, thank you for the word. If we have something in mind that we want to bring to a specific committee that we are not part of, do we need to like submit it to the specific committee or do we like submit it to the next general meeting agenda?
It depends what Sam, go ahead.
Reach out to the chair of the committee to ask them more information.
Yeah. Or it depends what you want to do. If you wanted to, council does have the ability to task specific committees, but if it's something you could just go directly to the chair with, then I would say try that route first. If not, then I'm sure, yeah. Jeffrey, direct response.
Will member lists be posted for committees because it is impossible to find those and figure out who the chair is?
Sam?
I can work with staff on that.
Okay. Yeah, so hopefully we can get that out to you guys. Next is is there any other list before I move on for the amendment of the motion?
I believe I listed a second time.
Oh, yes, sorry, go ahead, yes.
I just want to ask, like, is this post real about Sam using the ballroom to watch the Canucks game? Because you didn't invite me. But also, I don't really want a clown show going on again. It's quite bad.
Sam, Chloe, direct response.
So I would like to take responsibility for that. No, please don't yell at me. I, I'm a big Canucks fan, and the ballroom wasn't being used, and we were like, hey, we're watching the games on. And so we discussed it with building staff, and we were reminded of all the rules. And so we were thinking of hosting maybe a viewing party if we can get it in time and if there's space, but sorry that we didn't invite you. It was a last minute decision.
Awesome, thank you. I see a list from Aiden.
Yeah, hi. I was just wondering how much are monthly wages? Counselor.
So as a counselor, I believe it's somewhere around 300 something, 365. I don't know. Send it 390. Thank you. 390 is the total monthly fee, but you get a bi-weekly installment of, I believe, 195 or something like that. Yeah. And then I believe if you're a chair, you get a little bit more than that for council. So sorry if you're a vice chair, sorry about that. But generally councilors get about 390 a month.
And if you wanted to ask for like a raise, you would go to like VP Finance, I guess? Or how would that work?
That would come to council because it is in our SAM.
Oh, so you need a motion and everything?
Yes, changes to enumeration. Changes to enumeration for council and executives are listed under Council Policy 12. It's a motion that comes to council with a 1 month period of that motion being listed on the SFSS website. I will also say, while the SFSS pays counselors, it's not a common practice amongst other student unions. Like UBC doesn't pay its counselors. Just
I
curious.
see what you're saying.
As like when looking at raises, we also have to look at the environment around us. Not to shoot down anything, but just to say that.
Yeah, because like I'm just like, because 2 years ago we used to get paid like 400, and like inflation's heavy. So like maybe we'll bring the motion. Okay, thank you.
I also do want to remind just for all the counselors that you guys have to just send your regrets, and if you're absent for these meetings, we do deduct because this is part of your requirement to be here every 2 weeks for the council meetings. But yeah, if you want to send regrets, just send those.
Any other question? I see a list from Sam. I don't know if that's.
It was a direct response.
Okay, cool. Anyone else? Any other questions? ESA?
Sorry, I just thought of one really quick question. So like the regrets thing, is that if you send in regrets, like you still get the pay, or is it like it's deducted no matter what? Like
Sindhu might be better at answering that. I know that you do have to send your regrets just 2 hours before maximum. Of course, we prefer something a little bit of like earlier, but I think Joel just sent in the R4 stipend.
From my understanding, yes, you do get paid if you send in your regrets on time, but if you're absent without sending regrets, you do get a deduction. The second thing I'll add is regrets shouldn't be, sorry, an absence shouldn't be your initial approach. Your approach should first be finding a delegate from your group to join council, just so we could have quorum and things like that. And then if you cannot find a delegate from your group, then it's okay to send in regrets. But the first course of action is to find a member to join the meeting as a delegate. Archaeology.
Hi, I just wanted to know how early can we send our regrets in, if I like currently know something.
Early, as soon as the call out goes out for the next meeting, which is usually 2 weeks before the meeting. So either you're gonna receive it today or tomorrow for the call out, and then you could also submit your abstention as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I see a list from, I believe that's Soka.
Hi. I wanted to ask about like the schedules for the committee.
Yes. So if you've already nominated sorry, if you won a committee election, there will be an email that comes from our staff team, asking you, I believe, to set up a time, that works, for you and the people in the committee.
Okay.
So it would be like a when to meet type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Anyone else? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Joe, yes, we are considering time change, and we did change it. Good news for you. It's changed to 5:30 on Wednesdays. Okay, awesome. ISSA.
Thank you. It's a really quick question. Sorry for that. I forgot about asking. Do you have like anything in thoughts for changing meetings into in person? Like soon?
We will talk about that. I believe it's on our announcement discussion for today. It's 15.1. Yeah. So yeah, it's coming up after this.
Okay.
And then do we meet once every week? No, we don't. Actually, yes, we do. We have developmental sessions, which I forgot to talk about. There'll also be an email coming from our team, a mandatory, at least for the first couple of weeks, it's going to be a mandatory developmental sessions, which our team will be setting up. And it's usually the Wednesday after our meeting, a council meeting week. So for example, today was council meeting, next week, Wednesday would be a developmental session, and then the week after would be council again. So usually the week in between council meetings, there's usually a developmental sessions. You're expected to attend them, the same way you'd attend a council meeting. And the first couple of ones we'll be doing will be highly mandatory because we'll be covering a lot of council stuff and orientation related stuff. Sam, you have a direct response.
Yes, I just wanted to add on to that while your onboarding covered some of the basics of being on council, there is several more sessions needed to finish up all the necessary prerequisites and give you the information needed to be a effective director of the society. So those are what those first few sessions will cover. There will not be one next Wednesday, however, as myself and the president will be away.
Yes. Yeah, so yes, I guess technically we do meet every week, once every week. But next week, like Sam mentioned, we will not be meeting. The next time we'll see you would be at the next time we would see you would be at the next council meeting. And then after that, we would have a developmental session. I also wanted to mention our team. We're also thinking of a council social. Our VP event is working on that to set up a time for us to meet as a council. And that's something you could also expect. We might have a discussion item in the coming weeks to get some ideas from you guys to see what you want to do. And we could make that happen because we do want you guys to meet each other. We want you guys to be beyond just a bunch of black screens. So we'll be doing a lot of socials this year, just so everyone gets to know each other. VP Event says he's going to send out a questionnaire for the ideas for council social. I think that was it on my end. If there's nothing else, I will move on to Sam. Could I do the announcement and then you could do your amendment after?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll move on to announcement 15.1. Talks about hybrid council. I think ISSA counselor asked about this. So something that our team will be doing is we're making a big transition, and we're open to make the council space a much more effective space and a much more convenient, and also a space that's also safe for everyone. So part of that is that we'll be making this transition from a fully online council meeting to going back to setting the standards to an in-person council meeting. But of course, we're gonna have a transition period where we give people enough time to transition into that. So starting our next council meeting, our meetings will be hybrid, which means there'll be an opportunity for you to join council in person. Hopefully, we could bypass some of these internet issues that we experienced today. But starting our next council meeting, council meetings will be hybrid, which means you could come in person to the sub building. We'll find a room. We'll get out more information regarding that. You could come join us in person. I'm sure we'll have snacks and drinks and all that available for you guys as well. And then, but you could also join online if in person doesn't work for you. But we're open to really change. We're open to really change a lot of things and to bring some sort of sense of community to this council. So you see that in the way we conduct ourselves. You see that in the approaches that we take to doing things. Is that we want to build a sense of community. So with that, we'll be moving to an hybrid system starting next meeting. And the end goal of that is by fall, we're going to transition to a fully in-person expected council setting. Of course, the opportunity to still join online will still be there, but the expectation would be that everyone is in person starting in September in the fall. You could still join online if there's excruciating circumstances that do come up that you just can't control. But we'll be changing the council to be in person starting in fall. And we're making an announcement now so that people could start figuring out their schedule and thinking of how they'll make that work come September. Because the expectation would be that council meetings are in person, with the Zoom option being for those that either have accessibility concerns or simply just have a situation come up that they just cannot join us in person. But for the summer, it's going to be hybrid. You could join online or come in person. And that's the direction this team will be going. I want to open it up to the execs if you guys want to add anything to what I've said. If not, I could.
Yeah, just add that again. Yeah, it will be a great opportunity to build a sense of community because, again, a lot of us, we will work together for a whole year, but there might be chances that when we just never, get to face to face meet each other. I feel like this is a great way to like interact with council and work towards actually doing something better for society.
Awesome. Thank you, Rishu. Sam, you have a list?
In-person council with snacks. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, there'll definitely be snacks. And then yes, Joe, it's gonna be non-alcoholic drinks. I have a list from Joe.
I just want to thank our president and internal for like doing the consultations when they like accessibility needs were raised and like planning it out so thoroughly. I'm really happy with them. And I just want you to know that like this level of thought has been gone into like everything we're doing. And I hope this is going to happen for the rest of the year. And I'm happy that you guys get to see like this happen. And UAA as well. I'm so sorry. And VP events. And the whole exact thing. I'm like really happy with my team. Also, we will have grape juice. It's basically kitty wine. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. Anyone else? And then yeah, the floor is open to counselors too. If you guys have anything to add, any questions, we're also open to take those if there's any. Okay, I don't see any lists or comments. So yeah, we just want to make that announcement. And then again, starting next council meeting, we'll be starting at 5:30 to give those that have co-ops and whatever it is to have enough time to whether commute to campus or join online, whatever works. But it will be at 5:30 starting next council meeting. If there's nothing else, Sam, do you want to make your amendment for the motion and then we could close?
Okay. So I move to suspend the rules to add on a motion to the agenda.
Go on.
The motion reads, whereas the SFSS is looking to review and modernize its current model to improve the structure of its organization and serve the student body more efficiently. Be it resolved to form an SFSS restructuring working group. Be it further resolved to appoint the president, vice president internal, vice president equity, A, B, and C to the working group. I move.
Awesome. I second. Any discussion or any abstentions on this or dissent? Seeing none, motion to suspend the rule and amend on this motion is carried. Okay, I believe it's just the motion, and then we're gonna get to adjournment, and then we're done. So maybe a little bit of context. We are gonna have this working group, like the motion says, that deals with working on restructuring and things like that. On this group, there's gonna be myself, our VP Internal, and VP Equity. We would be bringing on 3 counselors as well to assist with this process. We know some counselors are not able to come in camera with us, but we're open by next meeting. We could give you guys more context on what the working group will be doing at another in-camera session. So yeah, so the floor is open for list. I believe Sam wanted to nominate some people, or Chloe, if I'm correct.
I don't have anybody right now that I have discussed with, but Sam, if you have some, go ahead.
I'd like to nominate the business and computer science, chemistry student society counselors to join this working group.
Were those 3 nominations?
2 nominations.
2 nominations. Okay. What was the first one you said? Bass. Oh, Bass, do you accept this nomination?
Yes, I do accept.
Okay, thank you. And then what was the next one, Sam?
The chemistry counselor, Landy.
Chemistry counselor, do you accept? It says it need more.
No, there's like on the other side, Felicia, over there.
It needs more info, so I guess I will move on to the next list. I see a list from HSUSU.
Yeah, I would like to self-nominate myself.
Okay. Okay, anyone else? I would like to nominate a counselor that's not present today.
Given it's a working group, I believe you can nominate people who are not present. But
Cindy,
correct me.
Cindy, can we nominate someone that's not present?
Yes, and then if they accept, they accept. If not, next meeting you can open it up to someone else.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I already missed it, but I think Landy has said she wants to do it.
Oh, so Landy accepts the nomination now? List from Landy?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Okay. I also but I guess they're not present. Okay, that's fine. Anyone else interested? Okay, I guess that does it. I believe that's 3 exactly. Okay, awesome. Chloe, anything from you?
Yeah, if you want to talk to the person that wasn't here, will we be allowed to add more members to the working group if we want? Yeah, perfect. Then I'm excited to work with you guys.
Awesome. So I'll just amend to strike A, B. Oh, thank you, Samir. Or Samir. I always mess it up. Thank you. So the new motion reads, whereas the SFSS is looking to review and modernize its current model to improve the structure of its organization and serve the student body more efficiently, be resolved to form SFSS restructuring working group. Be further resolved to appoint the president, VP internal, VP equity, BAS counselor, HSU counselor, and CSS counselor to the working group. I move. I need a seconder to the amendment.
University.
University seconds. Any dissent or abstention to this? Seeing none. Amendment is carried. And then I'm going to seek unanimous consent on the motion itself. Any dissent or abstention, please signify. Seeing none, the motion is carried unanimously. Congratulations to those counselors. I'm sure my team will reach out to you very soon to set up a time to meet and talk about what this working group will be doing. And I know some of you probably don't have context yet because of the forms issue, but I'm sure we'll be able to fill you guys up once that's good to go. Okay. Is there anything else? Any other questions, inquiry? If not, I'm going to move on to adjournment of the meeting. Okay, I do not see anything. So be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 7. I always like even numbers, so I usually just wait it out until it turns to the next. It's 7:39 right now, but I'm going to wait till it's 40. Because I always do that with meetings. So
15 seconds.
Anyways, I'll use that to say thank you guys for coming out today. We hope to see you guys, hopefully some of you guys online. Hopefully some of you guys in person next week. 2 weeks from now. And yeah, and by then we'll also be bringing back exec reports. So good for you guys in on what we've been up to. I'll let you guys know what your executives have been up to. It is finally 7:40. Thank you guys. I'll move to adjourn this meeting at 7:40. I need a seconder.
University.
I think that was university. University second. Any dissent, abstention to adjourning? No? Okay, awesome. Motion is carried unanimously. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.